Gary's Please Take Me Back tape. I do not know why the fuck I let you guys have it.
Hello, hello, hello. Guess who? I bet you're a little surprised by this, and you'll have to excuse me because I lost my voice on Friday. It's Tuesday at 12:28 in the afternoon. I came home early from work today because I wasn't feeling that good, but I wanted to get this done, and I wanted to get it out to you. Well, first of all, as you might have noticed, I bought a new video camera a couple days ago, and I'm trying it out. So that's what this was all about. I've had a lot of things I wanted to say to you, which I think I should be saying to you in person, but getting an audience with you seems to be difficult. I could have wrote them to you in a letter, but these are things that I don't want to write to you in a letter, and these are things I don't want to say to you over the telephone, because I think you need to hear my voice, and I think you need to see me to understand some of these things, which is why this make it a little bit boring, because, you know, when you don't have somebody to talk to, you kind of have to do it all by yourself. So that's why I'm sending you this videotape. Hey, guess what? You haven't seen me in 7 months. This is what I look like now. My Atlantic Records t-shirt. My hair's a lot longer, but I just came in out of the rain. My face is thin, as you can see. I took some notes down. I have a lot of things I want to say. And like I said, when you don't have someone on the other end of the telephone, somebody to talk to remind you of stuff, so don't think that I'm cheating, but I had a lot of things I wanted to say, and I wanted to get them all in. Well, let's start with the thing that kind of prompted this whole thing. Last Friday night, I felt like the biggest idiot in the history of the world, and I was pretty hurt. I got to tell you, I was pretty hurt. Now, I'm sure that wasn't your intention. If you don't know what I'm talking about Frank drove me back from the city, and we went over to his house, and I had to sit in the car while you were upstairs, and I felt like a schmuck, man. I felt like a real dick. You know, Frank's like, well, I'll drop you off at Vinny's, because Nancy really doesn't want to see Marianne, says it's not a good idea if I bring you back here. She doesn't want to see you. So then Frank was feeling he was a little bit late. He goes, well, I might miss Marianne, so we're going to drive back, but why don't you just wait in the car? And you know, I mean, come on, Nancy, we're a little civilized here, don't you think? I mean, you really think, and what's that all about, man? It kind of hurt a lot. But, you know, especially, I've been telling Frank the whole way there about how I missed you and how I spoke to you, you know, earlier in the week and a whole bunch of things. And I really was, there's been a lot of opportunities where I could have seen you. I could have set up accidentally bumping into you, and I hadn't. You know, I respect your wishes. You know, you say you don't want to see me, and I haven't been doing it. And then, you know, it's just like one of those purely coincidental things. I would have been nice to you. I would have said hello. What can I say? So I got to tell you, I was really hurt by that. But in a way, it makes me feel good because it tells me something. If you didn't still care about me, you'd see me. You wouldn't be afraid to see me if you still cared about me. And I think you still do care about me. I think you still care about me a lot. And I was telling Frank how much I missed you, how the last 7 months have been so tough, how I knew I was wrong. And I started to tell him a lot of things that I'm about to tell you. And Frank said, well, do you think she knows that? I said, well, yeah, I've tried to tell her. And he goes, well, are you sure she knows it? So you know what? I'm not sure that you know it. And now I'm going to put it down for you on videotape. So these are forever, man. You know, even if you'll always have these to hold against me one way or another. Let me start out. I feel like I'm asking your father if I can marry you. I want to lay out my intentions. I want to lay out what I want from you. Well, obviously I want to go back out with you again. That goes without saying. But, I mean, there's got to be more to it than that. And the first thing that I want is I want a commitment. I want to give a commitment, and I want to have a commitment. I want to be your boyfriend. I want you to be my girlfriend. I'd dump everybody I was going out with in a second if you said you'd go back with me. And it would be just me and you. So, I want to make that clear. If it hadn't been clear, I'm making it clear now. I want to do things for you. I know I was kind of insensitive before, and there's not much I can do about it. I mean, I can't sit here. I can say I was sorry, but I'm not going to sit here and make excuses. What's done is done, and I can't change what's behind me. There's a lot of reasons, or there's a lot of excuses why I acted that way, but there are no reasons. the point is that's behind me. I want to do a lot of the things that we said we were going to do and never got to do. Um, oh God, I wrote so much stuff down. A lot of it had to do with I was afraid of commitment, and I know you think that I was insensitive, but a lot of it comes from that because I was afraid that anything I did for you that was good, you know, any kind of love I showed you, or any kind of little things I did would only lead you more down to a way that I didn't feel at the time. I think you're gonna. Let me try to explain. You know, say I gave you a dozen roses for no reason at all. I felt in my mind, how could I do that if I don't love her? And then she's gonna say, oh, he must love me because he did that. And that's why I didn't do a lot of romantic things. I am a pretty romantic guy, and I know you find that hard to believe. I know a lot of people find that hard to believe. But I could be if I was up for a commitment, which I am now, and I wasn't at the time. So that's, you know, that's that. Well, the other part of this intentions thing is I've been saying I've been marriage-minded for a really long time, and you know how I feel about that. And I'm not asking you to marry me, certainly not by videotape, and certainly not tomorrow in person. But I would like to think that if we got back together and we became a couple again, and it was working, that somewhere off in the distant future would be, you know, the possibility of marriage. Kidding, it's a joke. I'm trying to make lighthearted of a serious subject, but yeah, I don't want to be running. I don't want to be running around anymore. I mean, I'm kind of repeating things I've told you in different conversations over the last couple of months, but I don't want to be running around anymore. I do want to get married, and yeah, I could see myself marrying you, especially if you were interested in marrying me. But that's getting ahead of myself. But I want you to know that at least I have something like that in mind. That I'm not just bullshitting you. You know, I miss you. I miss you. I miss you. Nothing's been the same since you left, and I won't even try to hide that. None of the relationships have worked because of you, and and I miss you, man. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. I lost my lover, and I lost my best friend, and you lost your lover, and you lost your best friend. Okay, so that part's pretty even, but you gained a lover, and you gained a best friend. I gained a couple of lovers, or I gained one lover, but I gained no friends. There's nobody there to come home to call, to tell all the great stuff, and like right now, I feel my professional life is like at a 9, and my personal life is at like a 2, you know, and it's been so hard up until that point. I always thought that that they were kind of even, like I wasn't really happy professionally, I didn't really have everything I wanted personally. Now I really feel great about the way work is going, and of course my curse on that is to have no one to share it with. So in a lot of ways it sucks. Let's see. Well, I can tell you, what going back out with me would solve a lot of problems, because for instance, I could have gone to a party with you, and then Enya wouldn't have had to not see me, and you could have come to Paula's christening with me this last Sunday, because they were all asking about you, and I'm making light of it, but again, it was like really kind of a tough situation, because Christina wanted to invite you, and she felt silly about inviting you, and it's like your friends are my friends, and my friends are your friends, and now like, I have to sometimes feel uncomfortable around my friends when it comes to you, and it just feels weird. I don't know if you're happy right now where you are. I mean, I hear stuff through the grapevine. I don't, everybody seems to, I gotta tell you, this is what people tell me. They think that you're happy, they think that you're content, but they don't know if you're really, really happy, like, as happy as you can be. And I think I can make you that happy. I think I could have made you that happy back then. I thought you and I were really happy together when there were happy times. Unfortunately, it wasn't all the time. I want to do all the things we said we were never going to do, like go to the Metropolitan Museum go to museums and go to the Met and see the Philharmonic and do all those things. All this shit that I promised we'd do and never did because I was afraid of the big C word, the commitment word. Well, here's my final statement. Oh, I thought I would play with my slinky. Hold on a second. I know how much you enjoy this. This is what it's like when you and I talk on the phone, so you know. Listen, we're going to get down to the core of everything right here. I know that sending you this tape is very unfair. I realize that, and quite frankly, I don't give a shit because all is fair in love and war. But I do. I know it's unfair. I'm playing a little dirty, and quite frankly, I'm trying to get any edge I can to get you to listen to me. If you want me to leave you alone, I'll leave you alone. I'll never, I'll stop the phone calls. I'll stop sending the cute shit in the mail. The video, this videotape. I'll put it all to an end. But I'm not going to let you off the hook that easy. If you want me gone, it'll be really simple. It'll take about 10 minutes of your time. If you want me gone, you have to see me face to face, and you have to tell me to my face. You have to look me right in the eye and say, Gary, it's over. I don't care about you anymore. And if you can do that, and I think you owe that to me. Quite frankly, you don't owe me anything, but I think for the time that we spent together, I think you owe that to me. And if you could do that, you'd really make me believe that it's over. I don't know that you can do that. I'm trying to figure out if I made some sense. I've been thinking about this for the last couple of days. I'm in a very confused state. I miss you. I not only miss the things that we did, I miss the shit that we never got to do that we should have been doing. And I want to be, I just want to be part of it again, man. And I want you to be part of my life again. And, I just, I don't know what else to say. Think about it, please. I'm not begging now. I'm a little big and tight. But I'm as close to begging as you can get. And I really want you to think about this whole tape. And the great thing about videotape is you can rewind it and watch it all over again in case you missed any of the important parts. I think we could be good together. Please think about it.